All right, YouTube, we're here with Ryanide. Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Ryanide.
that's my online kind of...
Your Discord name, right?
So, yeah, and Discord and Dueling Book and wherever else.
You got second place on the what was it?
RBCT, a really big charity tournament. So it's just like an RBT, but the entry is a donation to any charity of your choice. It's a really cool event that I like to play in when I get the chance.
And how many people were on there?
Close to 40. It's like 37.
37
on there.
And cut to what? Top 8?
Top 8. Yeah.
And you got second.
Got second place.
And what deck were you playing?
I was playing Machina Frog.
Machina Frog. Finally, we get this deck profile. Huh?
Yeah, one of my mini. I've got a bunch of different iterations of this deck. This is just a fun one that I hadn't really gotten a lot of testing with. Like I have some other ones, but I brought it for fun, and it worked out. You know, things worked out for me. So.
And how many rounds before we get into the deck?
It was 6 rounds of Swiss.
And
cut to top 8.
What was your record? 4-2.
4-2. Yeah, 4-2.
Okay. All right, let's get to it, man.
Yeah. So we have the full Frog engine, 3 sub.
Yep.
3 swap. I already know 10-foot's going to comment, claiming he's from the future and spreading propaganda about how 2 swap is optimal.
Really?
Just ignore him.
I might try it, man.
He's trolling. He's in Discord troll tier for a reason. 2 Treeborn, 2 Dupe, and the 1 Uni, which I agree with you that it's mandatory. Especially in this deck, it just snipes a bottomless that otherwise would a Fortress would eat. If this eats a deep prison, then it's done its job too.
Yep.
So.
Especially in your deck.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then triple Caius, mandatory. I mean, self-explanatory there. So that's the Frog Monarch kind of package.
Okay.
Next we got the Machina package. They have 3 Gear Frame, 3 Fortress. I played around with 2 in certain builds, but I like 3 in this build definitely for sure. You just, you play discard traps to discard it, and does all kinds of insane stuff. So card's crazy. 1 Force. I've considered a second one, but I think. The downside of potentially drawing another brick is worse than the second one doesn't come up as often basically, so that's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make for sure. Then we have the Spice, the triple Cyber Eltanin.
Is that how you say it? Eltanin?
Yeah, I love this card. This card went crazy all tournament. If you don't know what it does, you need at least 1 light machine on your field or in your graveyard. You banish all of them and you special summon this. It gains 500 for each material that you use. It's a board wipe basically. It wipes all face-up monsters, so it doesn't deal with face-downs, but it hits face-ups.
But not itself, right?
Except for itself, correct.
Cool.
So you can go into a substitute play or something else after that. A couple times things have come up where I'll summon swap, bounce the Eltanin after I wipe the board with it, and then use the Eltanin to revive Fortress. So it's really nice. It's level 10, so it can just be a Fortress revive if your opponent isn't putting anything on the board. So the only limitation that this card has is the light machine pool in this format is pretty slim, as you'll see here.
So you're about to show
shortly.
us the...
Yeah, that's the next part. We got the light machine package here. 1 Cyber Dragon. I've switched between this 1 and 2. It's a little awkward with Treeborn, so that's why I don't automatically play 2. The second one's definitely in the side deck for sure for Gladiator Beasts and just going second against certain matchups and things like that.
Right.
1 Valley. It's nice to have an extra 1 for 1 target for sure after you've gone through all your frogs. I've even sometimes just 1 for 1 this out and then summon sub, tributed it off. You gotta find creative ways sometimes to get a light machine in your grave. The draw 2, even with Treeborn, comes up quite a bit, so it's really nice. 2 Sphere of Chaos.
Oh, you're still playing this?
Yeah, we're still playing the spheres in this one. What it does is, while it's on the field, it's both a dark and a light. So if it's on the field, I can banish it for Eltanin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's pretty neat. And then once per turn, can't be destroyed by battle. So it's pretty annoying. I know some people have told me how just randomly annoying this card can get. And then when it's tribute summoned, it's just extra tribute summons. I can add a level 3 from my deck to my hand. So it has to be exactly level 3, any level 3 monster, yes.
Okay.
So the main target I go with is Junk Synchron. This is why this card's really cool, I think. If you search Junk Synchron, you have frogs and stuff set up in your graveyard. On your next turn, if they don't kill the sphere, which it's it's hard to kill already because it can't be destroyed by battle once per turn. If you go Treeborn swap, you have these 4 on the field together. These 4, you can go into any synchro in your extra deck except for level 7. So it's a really cool toolbox. I think
you can make 8s, 9s.
Yeah. You can go into Miststorm. You can go to Dark End, which is really cool.
Yeah.
You can just make Armory Arm stuff. I've on camera at Orlando actually, I was able to make Armory Arm here, equip it to the sphere, run over a Stardust for game. So it does come up quite a bit actually, and just it being a light on the field is pretty neat too. It didn't come up in the tournament at all, the banished sphere for the Eltanin, but it's something that could come up for sure. Then we have the other sphere target is a Morphtronic Scopin.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I remember this card.
It's basically it's a light machine. It's level 3 and it's also a light machine, so it's kind of just has a bunch of utility in this deck. It's usually what I'll search when I just want to pitch a machine for Fortress. Just slam it on the field.
Oh, just pitch the
Makes the
Morphtronic.
Eltanin live. Yeah, it's also a tuner, so it's not like the absolute worst draw. You can just synchro it with a Treeborn in a swap or whatever. So not a complete brick. And then this deck has the freedom to play Battle Fader.
Oh,
which is
wow.
really cool. Yeah, so Fader into Eltanin
Okay,
came
yeah.
up a couple times. It's just crazy. You just, stop their OTK and then board wipe them, and then you just kind of, win the game from there. So, yeah, Fader kind of goes crazy. That was what some of the other builds I think were missing was some of the defensive. It had some defensive issues for sure.
Well, with the Elden, I think Battle Fader is really good.
Yeah. The other build didn't have any
Battle
like, board
Faders.
wipes or anything
Yep.
like that, so I couldn't really justify playing Fader. So, yeah, and then the mandatory gores. So, big monster pile. This is 33 monsters.
Oh, wow.
Don't really know how I can slim this down in this particular build. I've played builds where I've cut the sphere package and stuff like that. So maybe we'll get to that another time. But 4 spells, just the mandatory, just
Heavy MST.
the essentials here. Heavy MST. Brain control, 1-for-1. This card is outrageous. Every time I open 1-for-1, I feel like I just win the game. Especially with gear frame. Just this plus gear frame, you can just do all kinds of insane
Especially
things.
going first.
Yeah. I had a game against a Blackwing player where he just passed. He went first. He just passed. And I was able to go summon gear frame, grab Fortress, summon gear frame, grab Force because I already had Fortress in hand. 1-for-1 to weigh the Fortress to get the to get Substitute out. Drop the Fortress, swung for half his life points, and then went into a dupe block. That was a crazy game. Just 1-for-1, this card's outrageous. Like I said earlier, you can get Cyber Valley after you go through all your frogs. It's nice extra target there. So, and then traps, just the 3 Geki break. Frogs already play this card anyway, but another nice bonus it has is it deals with Cyber Dragon post board.
Yep.
That's probably the most important thing to consider in a machine deck. You need
It's to Cyber Dragon.
you need some resilience to Cyber Dragon. Even if they contact with you, that's fine. You usually have a Dupe Frog up or even a Treeborn to soak up damage. So that was kind of one of the big reasons why I switched over to Frogs with the machines. It's just been the best engine for me. So yeah, this main deck's pretty solid.
40 cards?
Yeah, I really enjoyed playing it. It's 40 cards. Yeah.
You want to go extra
Best
or
way
side deck?
to sum down to 40. Yeah, we can do extra.
Extra, okay.
Armory Arm.
Junk Synchron.
Happens to be a light machine, which is really cool. There was a play that came up where my opponent had a Spirit Reaper up, and I just summoned Junk Synchron with a Treeborn, made Armory Arm, equipped it to the Reaper to pop it, and put a light machine in grave. So that comes up sometimes, which is really nice.
I forgot it was a machine.
Yeah,
Makes sense
though.
though.
I've had lethals through Gores, Fader, Trag, and stuff with this. So yeah, it's definitely mandatory in this deck. 5s, we play the standard Catastor, Android, Junk Warrior. 6s, Brio, Goyo.
These are all standard.
Urquizus.
Oh, you play that?
Yeah, so that's like the 15th slot. This can be switched out for Urbellum or whatever other synchro you prefer. I just feel like the piercing here comes up a lot, just to get that last bit of damage in when you need it. 7s, I have Black Rose, Ancient Sacred Wyvern, because Morphtronic Scopin is a light tuner, so anything that
that
plays a
card
light
goes for
tuner,
game. I know that card, yeah.
It hasn't come up yet, but that's kind of like the pipe dream for me. It's like that's like a goal of mine, is to kill someone with this card. And then for 8s, we have Dark End, because Sphere is a dark. Colossal, Stardust, Thought Ruler. We have Mistworm, like I said before, the Junk Synchron play with the Sphere goes into Mistworm, actually decent amount.
And
then
only one Chimera?
So yeah, I played the 2 Cyber Dragon. I don't think any of these are worth switching out for the second Chimera Tech. I think these all can probably come up more often than Chimera Tech, but extra deck space is a little tight, so some things may change in the future. So that's what we're on now. And then we can go to side deck real quick.
All right.
Side deck. We got second Cyber Dragon. Usually swap out the Valley for it if I'm playing against a deck dev deck, or just going second. Maybe the Valley comes out for this, or I just put it in. It's additional light machine. 2 Crow, just going second against
All the graveyard decks,
OTK nonsense. Yeah, Graveyard X Value, especially going second.
Is your
Because
zombie
they can just-
matchup better now?
Yes, I think so,
Okay,
with the
okay.
faders and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, these going second. I got ripped apart by zombies in Orlando, for those who don't know. So,
That's why I asked.
yeah, I just the faders and stuff help with that a lot. But especially like against Value going second, you want a way to stop the turn 1 deck def play where they go Greffer into Armed Wing.
Yeah.
You just stop the Armed Wing from coming out. So, because this build is slightly weaker to deck dev than like
the
the
other
Hero build and stuff like that.
Right.
So, Triple Vanities, just the best card against the mirror match. It comes in against a bunch of other stuff too. I played against the Neospatian Dark Creator deck in Swiss, and this card just roasted it. Instant fusion zombies are really popular, so this card just solos that deck too. So, I think cutting down to 2. I can understand cutting down to 2, but right now it's just like.
But you won't see it. You
like-
cut it down to 2.
Yeah, I just
so-
want to see it.
Yeah, I agree.
Book of Moon. I thought about adding more Book of Moon, but I don't really like seeing it in multiples. But I do like to see it when when the chance I do. It hits a wide range of cards that are problems for frogs like Vanities, Dyna, Drill Warrior, Glad Beast, even like Christia as well.
Yeah,
Christia's a big one, so that's why I play it. I think I like it over Soul Exchange. That's a big I think. I'm not too sure yet, but
Now I'm
recently-
curious to see the rest of your side deck.
Yeah, and then we just got a nice slew of trap cards. We got 2 bottomless for Black Wings and Glads. 2 Deep Prison. Nobody saw these coming at all.
I wouldn't.
Really good against
I'm surprised.
Values. Yeah, it hits Value Synchros, which is really nice. That's what it did a lot of that in.
Like that over Compulse?
I played it here because just people didn't see it coming. Really,
okay.
it's the surprise factor for sure. We also come up. It hits Vanity's Fiend in the mirror, which is nice. It hits Absolute Zero in the mirror against hero decks and stuff. So it gets worse when people can
See it coming?
expect it. But yeah, it was one of the MVPs in the side deck. Actually, it's nice against Black Wings too. Triple Dust. Just gotta get rid of back row.
Wow.
Yeah, we're just slamming the Dust.
I've never seen anyone side 3. That's crazy.
Yeah, it just comes in against like
Every trap
big back row
deck.
decks. Hero
Yeah.
Beat especially. Hero Beat's something I've been struggling a little bit with. Just because I do play a bunch of back row. My monsters are just stronger than theirs. So
Yeah,
if
you
I
just
can clear
play
their
such a
back
heavy
row, then my
monster
monsters
count,
just,
right,
monsters
yeah.
just beat theirs if I can clear their back row. Same reason I'm playing the 1 trap stun as well. This only comes in against Hero Beat. I don't think I bring it in against anything else. I just needed some sort of Hero Beat back row hate. So that's the side deck. Definitely still under construction, but this is just what I went with for this tournament. I kind of went through all my matchups and I was like, all right, what am I signing in? What am I signing out? And this is just kind of the side deck that
Do you remember what decks you lost to?
Yeah. So I actually put my entire tournament run on my YouTube channel that I just started up. Round 1, I beat Chaos Fairies. Round 2, I beat the Neospatian Dark Creator deck. Shout out to Fitz. Always get paired up with my friends, unfortunately. Round 3, I lost to Black Wings. Round 4, I beat Value Turbo. Round 5, I lost to Value Turbo. Then round 6, I beat like a standard, look like a 2010 standard Frog Monarch deck with Light Darkness Dragon and stuff like that. Squeezed into top 8 at the 8 spot.
Oh, you got 8?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Got 8th. My top 8 opponent like lives way across the world or something like that, and he decided he didn't want to play anymore after Swiss.
Yeah.
So he just gave me the win. Sometimes you just take those, right?
Right.
I didn't want the free win, but I didn't have a choice. Top 4, I played against another Frog Monarch deck, pretty similar to the one I played against before. It had Light and Darkness Dragon. It was playing, I think it was playing Creature Swap, stuff like that.
Yep.
Won that, and then I lost to Value in the finals. The same Value player that I beat in Swiss.
Oh, he got his revenge?
Yeah, he got his revenge. So, yeah, it was a really fun tournament. Got to support charities and stuff like that, and finally got my first top.
Congrats, man.
Got the
Your
monkey off my back.
Your first online top?
Yeah. Now I just got to get my first real life top. I've been playing a lot more real life lately. I'm primarily an online player, but these guys around here, these DFW guys, have been pushing me hard to get better because I keep losing to them and
Los, especially, right?
Los, especially, yeah. So all you guys make me a better player. I
Big.
appreciate that. I wanted to shout out as well my online team, X2.
X2?
Yeah, X2 drop Beast Mode, 10 Foot, Ghost Rider, Fancy Diesel, Masha. I know I've forgotten people for sure, but and then also want to shout out some of the other teams we share like Discord servers with and we play tests with and stuff like that. Crow's Nest, 10 Fit Ducks. That's
I think I've heard of them. I've seen them online.
It's like 10 Foot's team. And then Brawlers as well. They're like a newer team that we brought in along the way to play test with and just have good times with. So all you guys that I've tested with helped me become a better player. I really appreciate that, and just wanted to shout everyone out. So
All right, man.
yeah,
Thanks, Ryan. We'll see you
thanks,
next
Oscar.
time.
Appreciate it.